Hey guys, alright, today we're back with another History Matters video. This one's going to be a short one, but it's something I'm actually genuinely curious about. This is, how did the USSR react to JFK's assassination? Short animated documentary by History Matters, of course. This is not something we're taught like at all. We're kind of taught, oh, he was killed, and then LBJ was sworn into office, and there were people that thought it was the USSR, but then it was shown not to be the USSR, blah, 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 and then a bunch of conspiracies go out and about, and blah, blah, blah. Here we are today. We're not taught much about the USSR's reaction to the death of JFK, so I'm really curious about it. Maybe it's changed in the 4 years or so, whatever the right math is, since I've been out of high school. Maybe now they teach it. I don't know, but for me, I did not learn it. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
When JFK was assassinated in November 1963, the entire world was taken by surprise.
Rip.
Yet one aspect of the assassination
Something not often discussed. Yeah.
not often discussed is how the USSR, the United States' rival in the Cold War, felt about it. So how did they? How did the USSR react to JFK's assassination? Well, news of events reached the USSR mere minutes after they occurred in the USA, and the wider Soviet population was in a state of shock. In the halls of power, this shock was also present, and one of the first things that the General Secretary of the USSR, Nikita Khrushchev, did was to make a statement announcing the assassination and giving his condolences to the USA, the new President Lyndon B. Johnson,
Not cool. Sorry for your loss.
and JFK's widow, Jackie Kennedy. Publicly, the image was one of calm solidarity with the United States. Behind the scenes, it was one of blind panic. The KGB immediately launched an investigation into whether or not it or any of its agents or contacts had anything to do with the events, and the answer was
Oh, that is so fucking crazy. Yeah. That really just go. Let's see if I can word this right. That really shows the sheer magnitude of like the KGB, but also this would be something similar, probably what the CIA would be doing. If, say, Khrushchev had been assassinated by someone, they'd be panicking like, did one of our agents fucking pull the trigger or whatever? Even though there was no command sent out to do so. Like maybe an agent went rogue or whatever, you know, there would be panic on either side if this had happened to the Russians. And so it shows how like big the organizations are at this time because of the Cold War, because they've had to grow them so much so that they can spy on each other, right? They've got so many operatives, you can't really keep a leash on all of them. You can't keep a tight leash on all of them, you know, at the same time, right? You can't manage them all. If you're, especially with like deep operatives, if an operative is deep inside and, you know, can't always, you know, can't constantly communicate back with the Kremlin or Moscow, because they're otherwise that would risk blowing their cover, because obviously the United States would be looking for KGB agents inside the United States, just like the KGB is looking for CIA operatives inside of Russia. Blah blah blah. So yeah, that's
no. And the upper echelons of the Soviet government would have been comforted when an American, Lee Harvey Oswald, was arrested. What's that? He's a Marxist who used to live in the USSR? Oh boy.
oh
The KGB
oh boy. Yikes.
investigated again and discovered that they never at any point tried to recruit him whilst he lived there, since he was seen as unreliable. The USSR opted to share all of its files on Oswald and was quick to offer their assistance publicly because they really didn't want to be blamed, and Khrushchev wasn't too keen on the idea of nuclear war. For the Soviet Union and its leadership, the days after the assassination were some of the most dangerous it had ever lived through, barring the obvious. The KGB believed that JFK had been assassinated by the far right, who would then blame the USSR, invade Cuba, and then start a nuclear war. Some higher-ups didn't believe this version of events, but were still concerned that a leaderless USA could see a rogue general fire a nuclear weapon at Moscow in vengeance. As such, the
Well, I don't think the United States chain of command allows for a rogue general to even fire a nuclear missile. I think the United States is, at least at this time, because so there were certain people, I think, in, what was it? I mean, I guess a rogue person could because I think, but the command still has to be sent from the top. Ugh. Nuclear codes are weird.
USSR took the position of a friendly and open assistant with anything the Americans wanted, and as a result of this uncertainty, the entire Soviet military was placed on high alert and preparations for war were made throughout the entire Eastern Bloc. Soviet leadership also had reservations concerning JFK's successor, LBJ, since they had no idea what his personal opinions were. Was he going to have strict policies concerning the USSR, or was he going to be open to cooperation?
Dialogue.
At the time, they didn't know, and not knowing made them very uncomfortable. It wasn't long until they got their answer when LBJ blamed a communist conspiracy rooted in Cuba for the assassination and promptly escalated the Cold War. For a brief moment, the Cold War had ground to a halt, with East and West united in grief for a US president. However, international politics waits for no man, and it wasn't long until the Cold War was back on track again. I hope you enjoyed this.
You know what? This was well done. I'd say this was, I think this covered the information that was needed. What's going on back here?
Pell and Kelly Moneymaker. Castro was also sad.
Castro was also sad. Oh, why was Castro sad? Well, now I gotta know that. Why was Castro sad? Did he say it here, or was this just a...
Maggie Paxkowski, Spencer Lightfoot, Winston Haywood, Robert Wetzel, Anthony Beckett, Lexi Schwinn, Sky Chappelle, and Kelly Moneymaker. Castro was also sad.
I love that. Castro was also sad. Damn. Yeah, this was good. I think it covered the information it needed. But now they got me wondering, why was Castro sad? Was he good buddies with JFK? What's going on here at the end? I want to know. I need to know. If you know, let me know. Down in the comment section below. Never doing that again. So yeah, that was how the USSR reacted to JFK's assassination by History Matters. It was good. I keep saying that. I think I would have... I don't know if you could really expand upon this much more. I mean, it did... The last, 30 seconds, I'd say, of the video were definitely pretty quick compared to the first, minute and a half, I would say. But, 2-minute video, 3-minute video. Still good. I got my answer. They freaked out, even though it wasn't them. So, which is a reasonable reaction to the murder of a U.S. president. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button below. Hit this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And make sure to leave a suggestion down below for what you want to see me react to next. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.